Hello guys, this is a small showcase of my factory. At the start I would like to say this is just tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 and tier 4. Actually I started to plan tier 5, but it's still just a plan, as you can see here. So it is very mandatory to create a loop that supplies your furnaces with a fuel. At start, I would say charcoal powder has the highest heat value. You will get that by burning a planks in the crucible. It takes a lot of planks. So not only you need 2 sawmills or table saws in this game, but you also need to supply it with the fresh logs. And the best way is to supply the saw with the purchasing portal. But don't make the same mistake as I did. Don't make this kind of setup, because you will have a lot of logs just sitting on the belt. The best setup is to bring the money all the way to the edge of the saw and then there create a purchasing portal nearby. Of course, you will need more purchasing portals. It is a little bit higher investment, but you will not have a lot of logs just lying around, not doing nothing. So in this case, my factory is running constantly. Of course, somewhere I'm having buffers with the charcoal powder, which is slowly filling up. It was very hard to fill on the start, but later on I got a feel. And why do you don't want to have a stagnating factory? It's mainly because efficiency. As you can see, a fuel is still burning, no matter if you are using something on the top or not. So you are wasting money if you are if you have something like that. So, but you cannot do anything perfectly here. At least it's very hard, and I don't think it's worth your time to be like 100% perfect, because you will just be running back and forth and not expanding. So that's it. All right. So this is just a small setup. I managed to squeeze iron here to get logs, iron ingots, and I'm having the same thing all the way across the factory. As you can see, iron can be processed into nails, and then I will have a box with the nails. But if I want to stack just the ingots, I will just disconnect the belt. This is a small setup for gaining flax, processing it into linen thread, and before fiber. And the idea is just to go with the row, and if I needed to add here a linen, I just build the nurseries on the other side. And basically this is a free money making, which I don't need to like go check, by making a bandages and automatically selling it here in this patch portal. You will actually get only 12 silver coins. On the other hand, if you would bring the materials here, you will get more, because every single bandage costs 350, and if you multiply that by 50, which is the whole batch, you will not get 12 silver coins, but 17.5. So, but there is a thing, you don't have a 2000 customers, so this is additional money you are getting. so it's nice. Here I have automatic checkout. I don't know what's the name, correct the name for this. Checkout, right? And you need to input the box. You will get a coin stored here. I enjoy using catapults. They are quite nice. Because in the previous factory, I was using only belts and it looked terrible. Just cluster of belts everywhere. Clusters. It's yeah, and not looking good. So this is my second playthrough. I decided to start over and I'm on the day 20, 21. And before I was on the day 75 and I almost was, well, let's say I will be there in 5 days where I was in 75 before. I was building a huge factory. So small tip, the bottleneck will usually be a fertilizer at start. I was scaling the fertilizers a lot. I needed 2 assemblers creating 1 fertilizer. But actually bottleneck was a charcoal powder. I needed to add another one. And when I needed to create bricks, those were cutting off my charcoal powder input even more, and then with the glass as well. So I was constantly disconnecting and connecting things again just to boost some kind of production. And why it was important was to get money, because it's very hard to get money at start. And you are getting money by finalizing these random contracts, quests. I think it's quite a good thing to utilize this kind of infinite supply of the coins. As you can see, automatically I'm transferring the silver coins into the copper coins, copper ones, which are stocked in this chest, and I automatically transfer to every single purchasing portal all the way across the factory. I usually use this kind of like angled tower, but not here. But I think here, as you can see, you just bring the belt on the top and you just use this thing. Then when you go to the Anator, which is the next tech, it's a little bit more complicated. I also am using a priority filters or splitters, and you will get just a small choke powder. I think this is the next step, to bring a choke powder into your first stone furnaces, and not using a charcoal powder, which is when you press V, you can see exact fuel value, heat value. Let's see, charcoal powder is 48 plus 4.8, and if you compare it with the choke powder, it's like 600, so it is quite a lot. But you need to use Anator, which will input charcoal powder, and you will get coke and charcoal, which you can again crush into powder and bring back, and you will get even more coke, just a little bit. So yeah, well, I'm not calculating the ratios right now, but I think this is much more effective. Reminds me of the Minecraft, right? So guys, there is not much more to say. Maybe I missed something. I don't want to go into every specific details. I just wanted to show you my base, and maybe you will get some inspiration in your base, or if you haven't seen the game yet, I want to maybe show the game a little bit because it's really fun and good. Another factory game, but it's just a bit different. This one is just a bit different. You will see if you try it. All right. So I will be continuing expanding to the next tiers, and I will be actually every single tier is a really big challenge. And look at this, you have a 9 tiers, and I'm still in the 5th one. No, 4th one actually. So there are a lot of tiers just to come, and it is really challenging. For example, even the 5th tier is bringing you advanced fertilizer, and you need to combine it normal fertilizer with special shrooms. And how do you get the shrooms? Well, I am trying to prepare this. It's very costly. It's like 10 times more costly than a normal wood, but output is actually, as you can see, like a lot of planks you get and some gloom fungus. And you need to filter that, and fungus needs to go to make advanced fertilizers. But how do you implement that? Because I already like squeezed these fertilizers to the loop to bring it to the nursery, which needs a basic fertilizer, and suddenly I need to somehow outsource or break the loop and get it with the fungus to get advanced ones, which is much more effective. But yeah, so a lot of challenge, really great challenge, especially when you don't have enough space. Yeah. This is only 5th tier that I'm working and preparing for, and I don't want to make it in 10 days. I want to make it in 3 in-game days, for example. There is a lot of things you can copy paste, like this, make a blueprint paste, stuff like that, or move, transfer, store blueprints. Really good game. So yeah, more videos will come. Bye.